In today's age of constant communication, it's quite hard for someone to completely separate themselves from their work. Imagine you're working at an agency, sitting at home outside of work hours, and suddenly a client needs a post made for a brand right away. Your phone rings with a painful melody, you answer, and despite it being after hours, you go right back to working. Some professions don't just ignore working hours, they don't even recognize the concept of vacation. Doctors, for example, setting aside the Hippocratic oath they've taken, if they're not complete jerks, they'll most likely step in to help someone who's sick or injured, even if they're supposed to be on holiday. While it's not as sacred as medicine, assassins sometimes don't follow the boundaries of workplace or schedule either, especially when we're talking about the Mansell family and Hutch Mansell. Vacation itself becomes part of the job. After the events of the first film, Hutch is constantly bouncing from mission to mission to pay off his debt, stealing back a digital drive here, recovering it from someone else there. Becca, our sister-in-law, is not happy about this. She starts dropping hints, asking if maybe they could take a nice summer vacation to reconnect. Your son got a black eye, you don't even know what happened. You missed your son's game, do you even know the score? So Hutch decides it's time to make it up to the family and plans a vacation. How? He spots a sticker on the car of some machete-wielding Brazilian gangsters. It's from a resort he used to visit with his family as a kid. What a coincidence, right? Hutch shows them an old promotional video of the resort saying, "It'll be fun, right? I made memories here with my parents. I want to make memories with you too." With a touch of guilt, he convinces his family to go. There's just one missing piece to the trip. Hutch's father, David Mansell, the classic grandpa vacationer, joining the family getaway. Just as Hutch is starting to relax and forget about work, some young punks at the resort start bullying his son. Hutch argues with the game area staff, and then, as they're leaving, one of the staffers actually hits his daughter. Honestly, why? She's already walking away. Just let her go. If that guy hadn't hit her, none of the events in this film would have happened. Of course, it's a mindless action flick meant for fun. Details like this don't really matter. Still, wouldn't it be nicer if the chain of events were set off by something a bit more believable? Supposedly, Hutch can't stand seeing his daughter hit on vacation, yet who knows how many times she's been bullied at school or pestered by other kids. He doesn't react then. But now, because of one random, irrelevant game area employee, he loses it and chaos erupts. And who turns out to be the boss of these punks? None other than the resort manager. This guy tries to intimidate Hutch with some hollow tough talk, saying things like, "Be grateful to my dad, I promised we wouldn't harm tourists," and tells him to leave. But Hutch isn't some rookie assassin or an average, clueless tourist. Leave? No way. Soon Hutch slips away from his family and starts taking out the goons tailing him, breaking bones along the way. The story eventually funnels into an old, seemingly abandoned building where we learn the resort manager once crossed a Russian mob woman and is now in trouble. She's kidnapped his child to hurt him. Naturally, Hutch gets involved, learns their secret, and, putting aside family and vacation, dives headfirst back into his bloody, adrenaline-filled line of work. Hutch rescues the child and blows up the building, which of course belongs to the Russian mob boss. She wants to know who caused her this damage and who sent him, and sets out for Somerville to wipe out Hutch and his family. Faced with a common enemy, Hutch and the resort manager team up, setting traps and devices in a theme park, evacuating it, and waiting for the Russian mobwoman to arrive. When she does, the big final action sequence kicks off. Hutch and the manager take out her men, but just as she's about to kill Hutch, someone saves him. Who else but his wife? The same one who had complained about him not making time for her. Before dying, the mob boss orders her men to kill Hutch's wife. As the remaining soldiers arrive and prepare for a final clash, our shorts-wearing, bare-legged grandpa blows up the park, saving our heroes from certain death, and thus ends the Mansell family's chaotic, action-packed vacation. In the end, did I like the movie? I'm not sure. The action was fine, but was it satisfying? Not really. Compared to similar films, it felt a bit flat. In action films like this, the setting integration can be important. Whether it's a theme park or a resort, it's an interesting location choice, but I'm left questioning how well it was utilized. As for director Timo Tchajanto, did he bring anything special to the film? I don't think so. Looking at his filmography, this is stylistically different from his other works, but he's also directing The Beekeeper too. Let's see if he can deliver better action sequences there. Bob Odenkirk is, well, Bob Odenkirk. What more is there to say about his performance? Nothing particularly extra to note. I didn't expect to see Sharon Stone as the Russian mob boss. She brought a different flavor to the role. I can't say it was good, but it was interesting. In conclusion, did I like the second Nobody film, which follows Hutch Mansell's vacation adventure, as much as the first? Number, is it watchable as a casual popcorn action flick? Yes. Is it a good Netflix and chill background during certain breaks? Absolutely. See you in the next video. Bye bye.